chosen one. God said he has been waiting a long time, and finally someone actually did it, you. There is something deeply important happening right now, something gentle yet powerful that is touching your life in a way you may not even fully understand yet. And if you stay with these words, you will begin to feel it unfolding inside your heart like a quiet sunrise that was always meant for you. This moment carries a kind of peace that does not come often, and it carries a truth that has been waiting patiently for your soul to receive it fully and without fear. Type 999 if you believe. There have been many times when your heart felt tired and your spirit felt unnoticed, yet even in those silent moments, God was watching you with a love that never weakened and a patience that never ran out. He saw every step you took when no one else noticed, and he understood the strength it took for you to keep going even when you felt like stopping. Before you go any further, gently take a moment to support this message by liking the video, because it helps this light reach others who are quietly waiting for the same comfort and hope that is now reaching you. God is speaking to you in a way that is calm, steady, and filled with warmth, and his voice is not loud or forceful, but soft and certain, like a father who has been waiting at the door for a long time, knowing that one day you would return with a heart ready to receive what was always prepared for you. He is saying that you have done something very few people choose to do, something that requires courage, faith, and a deep willingness to keep walking, even when the path felt uncertain and lonely. You may not have noticed it at first, but every small step you took toward goodness, every quiet moment when you chose love over anger, and every time you decided to keep believing instead of giving up, those moments were seen and held by God as something beautiful and rare. He has been waiting not for perfection but for sincerity, and in your journey, he finally saw a heart that did not turn away when things became difficult. Type 2222 if you trust in God. There is a gentle joy in his presence now as he looks at you, not because you reached some perfect place, but because you stayed, you endured, and you chose to keep going even when your strength felt small. That choice, simple as it may seem, has opened a door that has been waiting for a long time to be opened. You are not here by accident, and you are not hearing this by chance, because God has been guiding your steps quietly and patiently, bringing you to this exact moment where your heart is ready to understand something deeper than before. He wants you to know that your effort was not wasted and your tears were not ignored, because every moment has been shaping something within you that is now ready to grow into something even more beautiful. There were times when you felt like nothing was changing, and it seemed like your prayers were just words floating in silence, but God was working in ways you could not yet see, building something strong within you that could carry the blessings he has prepared. He was not delaying out of distance, but preparing out of love, making sure that when the time came, you would be ready to receive what your heart has been longing for. Now that time is beginning to unfold, slowly and gently, like a flower opening to the light after a long night. God is saying that you have reached a place where your faith has taken root in a deeper way, and your spirit has grown stronger even through the quiet struggles that no one else understood. He has been waiting for someone who would not turn back when things became hard, someone who would keep choosing hope even when doubt tried to speak louder, and someone who would stay open to love even after experiencing pain. And in you, he found that person. This is not about being better than others or standing above anyone, but about being faithful in your own journey, about choosing to keep walking even when the road was not easy. That faithfulness is what God sees, and that is what brings a gentle smile to his heart as he looks at you now. You may still feel unsure at times, and your heart may still carry moments of hesitation, but God is not asking you to be fearless. He is simply asking you to stay close to him, to keep trusting in his presence, and to allow his love to guide you step by step. There is a peace that is beginning to settle within you, even if it is small at first, and that peace is not something the world can give or take away. It is coming from a place deeper than your thoughts, from a place where God is gently reminding you that you are seen, you are known, and you are deeply loved. What you have done may seem small to you, but to God it is something precious, because it shows a heart that is willing to stay, a heart that is willing to grow, and a heart that is willing to trust even when the path is not fully clear. He has been waiting a long time, not because he was far away, but because he was allowing you the space to grow into the person you are becoming now. And in this moment, he is saying with quiet joy that you did it, not by your own strength alone, but by staying connected to something greater than yourself, even when you did not fully understand it. There is more ahead for you, not in a rushed or overwhelming way, but in a gentle unfolding that will continue to bring light into your life, step by step. God is not finished with your story, and what you are beginning to experience now is only the beginning of something deeper, something more peaceful, and something more filled with quiet joy than you have known before. Stay close to this feeling, stay close to this truth, and allow it to grow within you without fear, because what God is doing in your life is steady, patient, and filled with a love that does not fade. You are not alone, you have never been alone, and even in the moments when you felt unseen, God was right there, watching over you with a love that never left. A 7-second brainwave approach, previously limited to elite groups and stored in classified files, is now available to everyone, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Researchers claim it stimulates a dormant brain center associated with prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is removed from the internet again. And now, as you stand in this quiet moment of understanding, he is simply reminding you that you did not come this far by accident, and you did not arrive here without purpose. He wants you to understand that what you are feeling right now is not temporary or imagined, because it comes from a place that is rooted deeper than emotions and stronger than circumstances. It is coming from his love, and that love does not depend on what happens around you, but stays constant through every season you walk through. This is why there is a calmness beginning to grow within you, even if you still feel moments of doubt or hesitation. There were times in your life when you felt like giving up would be easier than continuing forward, and there were moments when your strength felt so small that even simple steps seemed heavy and difficult. Yet, even in those moments, something within you chose to keep moving, even if it was slow and uncertain, and that choice has brought you here. God saw every one of those moments, even the ones you barely remember, and he held them close because they showed a heart that was not willing to completely let go of hope. That kind of heart is rare, not because it is perfect, but because it is willing to remain open even after being hurt, even after feeling lost, and even after experiencing disappointment. There is something beautiful about the way you continued, even when you did not feel strong, because true strength is not loud or obvious, but quiet and steady, growing in small ways that are often unnoticed. God has been shaping that strength within you, patiently and gently, allowing it to grow at a pace that your heart could carry. You may still feel like you are not where you want to be, and there may still be areas in your life that feel uncertain or incomplete, but God is not looking at what is unfinished. He is looking at how far you have come, and he is seeing the progress that you may not always recognize in yourself. Type yes to affirm. There is a kind of healing that is taking place within you right now, one that does not happen all at once, but slowly, layer by layer, as God gently touches the parts of your heart that have been carrying pain for a long time. He is not rushing this process, because real healing takes time, and He wants it to be complete and lasting, not temporary or fragile. He understands every part of your story, even the parts you have never spoken out loud, and He holds those memories with care, not with judgment. There is no part of your past that makes Him turn away from you, and there is no part of your present that makes Him love you any less. What He sees in you is something worth protecting, something worth nurturing, and something worth guiding into a place of peace that is deeper than anything you have known before. That is why He has been so patient, allowing you to grow, allowing you to learn, and allowing you to find your way step by step. You are not being compared to anyone else, and you are not being measured against anything outside of your own journey. God's focus is on you, on your heart, and on the path you are walking, and He is leading you in a way that is personal and meaningful for your life. There may still be moments when you feel uncertain about what comes next, but God is not asking you to see the entire path ahead. He is simply asking you to trust the step you are on right now, and to believe that He will guide you when it is time to take the next one. There is a quiet reassurance in this, because it means you do not have to carry the weight of everything all at once. You are allowed to move slowly, to grow gently, and to trust that God's timing is not rushed, but perfectly placed for your life. There is also a deeper understanding beginning to form within you, one that is not based on fear or pressure, but on love and trust. You are beginning to see that God is not distant or unreachable, but close and present, walking with you in every moment, even the ones that feel ordinary. He is in the small moments, the quiet moments, and the moments when nothing seems to be happening, because those are often the times when He is working the most within your heart. He is shaping your thoughts, softening your fears, and strengthening your faith in ways that you may not immediately notice. You are becoming more aware of His presence, not as something separate from you, but as something that is gently surrounding you and guiding you from within. This awareness is not forced or overwhelming, but calm and natural, growing steadily as you continue to stay open to Him. There is no need to rush this process, and there is no need to feel like you must do everything perfectly, because God is not expecting perfection from you. He is simply inviting you to stay close, to keep trusting, and to allow His love to continue working within you. Type 1919 to receive miracles. There is something ahead that will begin to reflect the growth that has been happening within you, something that will bring a sense of clarity and peace that you have been waiting for. It will not come in a way that feels overwhelming or sudden, but in a way that feels right, like something that fits naturally into your life. God has been preparing this moment, not just for what is coming into your life, but for how you will receive it. He wants you to be able to recognize it, to appreciate it, and to hold it with a heart that is ready and steady. You have come through seasons that tested your patience and challenged your faith, but those seasons were not empty or meaningless. They were shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what is now beginning to unfold. What if abundance could be activated from within your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once kept in classified files? Specialists say this signal naturally draws opportunity and financial independence, and many people are already applying it. Click the link in the description and comments now and switch on this hidden brainwave today. There is a quiet confidence growing within you, even if it is still small. And that confidence is not based on what you can control, but on what you are learning to trust. It is a confidence that comes from knowing that God is with you, guiding you, and holding you through every step. This is the beginning of something deeper, something more peaceful, and something more aligned with the love that God has always had for you. It is not something you need to chase or force, because it is already moving toward you, gently and steadily. He is reminding you that your journey has never been about how fast you move or how perfectly you walk, but about the direction of your heart and the sincerity of your spirit. You have been moving toward him even in moments when you felt lost, and that movement, no matter how small it seemed, has brought you closer than you realize. There is no distance between you and his love, only a growing awareness of what has always been there. You may begin to notice that the things that once troubled you deeply are slowly losing their hold over your thoughts, not because they disappeared suddenly, but because something stronger is taking their place. That strength is coming from the peace God is placing within you, a peace that does not argue with your fears, but gently quiets them. It does not force your worries away, but softens them until they no longer feel overwhelming. This is how God works in your life, not with pressure or force, but with patience and care, allowing transformation to happen naturally and deeply. He is not changing you into someone else, but revealing who you were always meant to be, someone who carries peace even in uncertain moments, and who holds on to hope even when the path is not fully clear. There is also a sense of understanding growing within you, one that helps you see your past in a new light. What once felt like delays or disappointments is beginning to look different, not because those moments were easy, but because you are starting to see how they shaped you in ways that prepared you for this present moment. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was without purpose, even if it did not make sense at the time. God is gently showing you that every step, every pause, and every moment of waiting was part of a larger picture that is now becoming clearer. You are beginning to understand that his timing is not about holding things back, but about placing things in your life when your heart is ready to receive them fully and without fear. There is a quiet strength building within you, one that does not rely on outside approval or constant reassurance, but stands firm in the knowledge that you are guided and supported by something greater. This strength is calm and steady, not loud or demanding, and it allows you to move forward with a sense of peace rather than pressure. Type 2020 to claim miracles. You are also beginning to feel a deeper connection with God, not as something distant or unreachable, but as a presence that is close and personal, walking with you in every moment of your life. This connection is not based on perfect actions or constant certainty, but on trust and openness, on allowing yourself to be guided without needing to control everything. There is a gentle invitation in this, one that asks you to let go of the need to understand everything all at once, and instead rest in the assurance that God knows the path ahead. You do not have to carry the weight of figuring everything out, because you are not walking alone. You may find yourself becoming more patient with yourself, more forgiving of your own struggles, and more understanding of the way your journey has unfolded. This is not weakness, but growth, a sign that your heart is becoming softer and more aligned with the love that God is placing within you. There is also a shift happening in the way you see the future, not as something uncertain and overwhelming, but as something that is gently opening before you, step by step. You are no longer trying to rush toward it, but allowing it to come in its own time, trusting that what is meant for you will arrive in the right moment. God is leading you into a place where your faith is no longer based on what you can see or control, but on what you feel deep within your spirit. This kind of faith is quiet and steady, not easily shaken by temporary circumstances, and it allows you to remain calm even when things are not fully clear. There is a sense of comfort in knowing that you do not have to be perfect to be loved, and you do not have to have everything figured out to be guided. God is not waiting for you to reach a certain level before He walks with you, because He has been with you every step of the way. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. You are beginning to realize that your journey is not about reaching a final destination as quickly as possible, but about growing into a deeper understanding of love, peace, and trust along the way. Each moment is part of that growth, and each step is bringing you closer to a life that feels more aligned with who you truly are. There is something beautiful about the way you are learning to let go of fear and hold on to hope, not in a forced or hurried way, but naturally, as your heart becomes more at ease. This is not something you have to work hard to maintain, because it is being nurtured by God's presence within you. He is continuing to guide you gently, not pushing you forward, but walking beside you, allowing you to move at a pace that feels right for your heart. There is no pressure here, only patience, only care, and only a steady love that remains constant through every moment. What if wealth was never about chance, but about a hidden brain signal that stayed buried in classified records? This powerful frequency is now opening doors, attracting fresh opportunities, and transforming lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to bring prosperity into their lives in ways they never imagined possible. Click the link in the description and comments now, and turn on the money-attracting brainwave today. What is ahead for you is not something to fear, because it is being shaped with the same care and love that has brought you this far. You are not stepping into the unknown alone, but into a path that has already been prepared with your growth and peace in mind. There is a quiet confidence that will continue to grow within you, one that does not depend on external circumstances, but on the steady presence of God in your life. This confidence will guide you, support you, and remind you that you are never without direction. You are beginning to see that peace is not something that comes from everything going perfectly, but something that can exist even when life is still unfolding in ways you do not fully understand. This realization is important because it frees your heart from the constant need to control every outcome and allows you to rest more deeply in trust. God is showing you that peace is not found in certainty but in His presence, which remains steady no matter what changes around you. There is also a quiet healing continuing to take place in areas of your heart that you may have once protected or hidden, not because you wanted to avoid growth, but because those places carried pain that felt too heavy to face. God is not forcing those areas open, but gently touching them with a love that feels safe and patient. He understands the timing of your heart, and He knows exactly how to bring healing in a way that does not overwhelm you. As this healing continues, you may notice that your thoughts are becoming softer, less critical, and more understanding, not only toward others, but toward yourself as well. This is a sign that something deeper is changing, because when your heart begins to align with God's love, it naturally becomes more gentle and compassionate. You are not losing strength, but gaining a different kind of strength, one that is rooted in peace rather than pressure. There is something else beginning to grow within you, something that feels like a quiet confidence that does not need to prove itself to anyone. This confidence is not built on what you have achieved or what others think, but on the simple truth that you are guided, you are loved, and you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. God is placing this confidence within you so that you can move forward without fear holding you back. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. There may still be moments when old thoughts or worries try to return, but they will not feel as strong as they once did because something within you has changed. You are no longer responding from the same place of uncertainty, but from a place that is becoming more grounded and calm. God is helping you see that you are not defined by those thoughts, and you do not have to carry them as truth. This is part of the growth that has been quietly happening within you, a growth that is not always visible on the outside, but deeply present on the inside. It is shaping the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you move through life, even in small and simple moments. Nothing about this is rushed. because God is building something that is meant to last, not something that fades quickly. There is also a deeper sense of purpose beginning to form within you, not as something complicated or overwhelming, but as a quiet knowing that your life has meaning and direction. You do not have to have all the answers or see the entire path ahead, because purpose is not about knowing everything, but about trusting each step as it comes. God is reminding you that your life is valuable, not because of what you do or achieve, but because of who you are and the love that He has placed within you. That love is not limited or conditional, and it does not depend on your circumstances. It is constant, steady, and always present, even in moments when you feel uncertain. You are also learning to release the need to compare your journey with others, understanding that your path is unique and guided in a way that is meant specifically for you. This brings a sense of freedom, because it allows you to focus on your own growth without feeling pressured to match someone else's pace or direction. God is leading you in a way that fits your heart, your experiences, and your future. There is a quiet joy that is beginning to emerge as well, one that does not rely on everything being perfect, but comes from a deeper place of contentment and trust. This joy may feel small at first, but it will continue to grow as you remain open to the peace that God is placing within you. It is a joy that stays even in difficult moments because it is rooted in something unchanging. Type 2323 if you agree. You are not the same person you once were, even if the changes are not always obvious, because growth often happens in ways that are felt more than seen. God has been working within you patiently, shaping your heart and guiding your spirit toward a place of greater peace and understanding. This work is not finished, but it is already beautiful in the way it is unfolding. There is no need to rush ahead or worry about what comes next, because God is already there, preparing each step with care and purpose. You are not walking into something uncertain without guidance, but into a path that is being gently revealed at the right time. This allows you to move forward with trust instead of fear. As you continue on this path, you may find that your connection with God feels more natural and less forced, as if it is becoming a part of your everyday life, rather than something separate from it. This is how it was always meant to be, not distant or difficult, but close and steady, present in every moment you experience. Inside your mind is a small region connected to achievement and abundance, once concealed within restricted research and classified documents. This newly disclosed frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with calm and balance, and God has guided you to encounter this at just the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. There is also a sense of belonging that is growing within you, a feeling that you are not lost or alone, but exactly where you need to be. God is reminding you that you have always been held, even in moments when you felt unsure or disconnected. That truth is becoming clearer now, and it is bringing a sense of comfort that stays with you. You are being guided into a life that feels more peaceful, more balanced, and more aligned with the love that God has for you. This does not mean that everything will always be easy, but it does mean that you will not face anything alone, and you will not be without strength or support. You may begin to notice that your reactions are changing in subtle ways, where situations that once caused strong emotions now feel softer and easier to move through with calmness and clarity. This is not because life has suddenly become simple, but because something inside you has become stronger and more steady. God is building this steadiness within you so that you can stand in peace even when everything around you feels uncertain. There is also a new sense of patience growing within your heart, one that allows you to wait without feeling anxious or restless, trusting that what is meant for you will arrive at the right time. This patience is not forced or difficult, but natural, because it is rooted in the understanding that God's timing is always guided by love and care. You are learning to rest in that timing instead of trying to rush ahead or hold on to what is not yet ready. This change within you is not something that happens all at once, but something that builds slowly, moment by moment, as you continue to stay open and willing to grow. God is not asking you to become someone else, but to allow yourself to become more fully who you were always created to be. That version of you is not defined by fear or doubt, but by peace, trust, and a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are guided. There is also a sense of release taking place within you, where you are letting go of burdens that you have carried for a long time, even if you did not always realize how heavy they were. These burdens may have been thoughts, expectations, or past experiences that shaped how you saw yourself and your life. God is gently helping you loosen your hold on these things, not by taking them away forcefully, but by replacing them with something lighter and more peaceful. Type Amen if you believe. As this release continues, you may find that your heart feels more open, more able to receive love, and more willing to trust in ways that once felt difficult. This openness is not weakness, but strength, because it allows you to experience life more fully without being held back by fear or past pain. God is guiding you into this openness so that you can experience the fullness of the peace He has prepared for you.